Hey folks, it's Ken here. It's been a long time, and completely honest, I'm about to drop something on this channel tomorrow that I think most people here would be like, "What are you doing, Ken? Just go back to work," you know. So I feel like I should post an update on what folks here mostly care about first. And so in this video, I'm gonna just talk about a couple of things mostly. So one, the To the Moon animated film, and two, the last hour, the last game of To the Moon series, right? The last hour of an epic To the Moon RPG, and basically the future of Freebird games. So yeah, first of all, the film, right? I know there's a lot of comments about, "Hey Ken, don't you feel stupid that it's been announced 7 years ago, I think, or something like that, and nothing's happened yet?" And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not things are happening behind the scenes, you know. I kind of feel stupid, but it's not it's not under my control, right? It's not my project, but it is happening, and I think when it happens, like when it comes out, when things would make sense, like why it's taking so long. We see like who's actually doing it and all that. It's gonna be like, I mean, to me it still feels like it's kind of just amazing that they're even doing a To the Moon project out of all things to begin with. So yeah, I can't honestly say things about it, right? I can't say much about it. But there has been actually some really good progress recently. Just past a certain hurdle of things that I can't say, but it's quite well. Let's put it this way: like I've seen the storyboard, right, and it's good stuff. Without saying too much about it, it's still being, certain things are still in the works, and I know certain aspects of the production are already beginning. And yeah, to me, I think I have a very different view about adaptations, these of my own things, than perhaps some other folks. Where to me, it's like the story and storytelling are kind of connected, right? They're like they're intertwined. So for me, it feels like, you know, I told a story of, say, To the Moon at a campfire somewhere, and now someone else is like, you know, they heard the story and they're telling it in their way at their camp. So for me, it's just kind of exciting to see like another director, for example, just taking this idea and see where they go with it. And yeah, from what I've seen so far, it's wonderful. I'm really looking forward to seeing it come to life from everything that exists so far, and I think it should be great. Like I you know, at the same time, I think, of course, adaptation should respect the spirit, the soul per se, you know, of the original, and I have a good feeling that they're doing that, you know, and they're a very respected studio. I certainly respect them, and again, it's just kind of amazing that they're even able to work on this to begin with. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. Just like certain details are being worked out right now, like certain scenes and stuff that I'm hoping to kind of try to make happen, to exist in there, right? And things like, for example, having Everything's Alright, the song in there, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to be trying my best to get all those things set. But yeah, it's definitely been coming along behind the scenes, and I'm just looking forward to being able to say more about it, if not just be able to show something about it too. So yeah, that's it's happening, right? And just my view is just to try to forget it exists until it, you know, it surprises you. And actually, after I've seen the storyboard for it, I was like, this is fun, you know. I tried to do a little side project. Actually, this is the thing I was talking about at the start of the video, but I just tried to make a little, I was inspired to try to make like a little storyboarding project of my own with, because I have nothing else, with like toys. with like these Gundam figures. Oh, this is not a Gundam, but just cat figurines and like actual Gundam figures and whatnot, just to make like a little animated, sort of like pseudo animated scene with it, like a little story with it that I'll actually release tomorrow. But started, it's like 4 episodes. The later episodes are better. You can see my gradual learning process, right? Of course, I'm just, it's like a fun little project that I feel like I'm learning a lot from. Like I have no intention to move away from games, but in terms of like storytelling, narrative experiences, I feel like all these things are, you learn from the aspects of different kinds of storytelling and the pacing and how to handle each medium and all that. So it's been a very fun project, for people who enjoy it, who are like fans of Gundam Seed. I don't think there's too much maybe not too much of overlap, right? But and if you're interested in seeing me playing around, experimenting with stuff like that, feel free to drop by for that. But otherwise, it's just like a little fun project I was working on the side on the weekends. So that being said, so the other thing, so we've also been working very hard on the last hour of an epic To The Moon RPG, which is basically the last game of To The Moon series. And I know I said that quite a few times, but this really pretty much is it. Like I'm open to like, there's obviously like room for stories in the series, because the setup, I think it allows for so much to be told, right? And it's, to be honest, I haven't explored a lot of the potential that's in there. So maybe one day someone will take up the mantle or again, but yeah, so far this is the current plan, and I think it's been pretty obvious to folks too that the last few games, even from the Imposter Factory, and you have the beach episode, and then the last hour, which is like a pseudo RPG, and you can kind of see like me trying to experiment with all kinds of different types of genres and stories and stuff like that. And even with like the beach episode, the weird thing with that is people hear about it, it's like, oh, it's they're out of ideas, they're just making beach episode now of all things. But if you play it, you know like that, like it or not, like I'm trying, it's like not exactly a beach episode, right? So it's like same with the last hour, it's like a pseudo RPG, but it's not exactly just like a pseudo RPG, right? So it's so you can see me kind of getting almost, I'm just kind of itchy to experiment with a lot of different kinds of things that I feel like I'm ready to, there's so much stuff to do, right? So but I do want to end To The Moon on like a memorable note that's that kind of wraps up everything, wraps up everything in a meaningful way. That I think it makes the whole series make sense, right? So I think Last Hour will be that, and we're gonna try to do that. I'll try our best to do that. Whether we succeed or not, it's up to you, but we're gonna try, right? Not up to you, up to us. But hopefully we'll get somewhere with it. So far, I think we got something going there. So I'm really excited to show you, and it's definitely a team effort, and everyone's been hard at work with it. So really excited to show you guys. So there's really, like, even aside from the last hour, there's a lot of projects on the horizon for Freebird. Like one of the projects, for example, we've been working on it like low-key behind the scenes for like 5 years now, and that's on the horizon as well. And I can't say too much about it, but all I want to say is that, like, I think the next couple of years is going to be a pretty interesting time for Freebird games, and I hope you guys will be around for it, to see those happen, and we'll try our best to make those happen. So thanks as always for sticking around and dropping by every year or something like that that I pop up by to say something, and hope you look forward to it. And I guess, yeah, for people who want to see the more experimental like side of things, I'll start posting some like weekly episodes. Like I made 4 episodes of the little miniature pseudo experimental show thing. Starting from tomorrow, it'll be like just 4 episodes total, and you can see me improving in real time, right? At knowing what the heck I'm doing with something like this, because it's the first time I'm trying to do like storytelling outside of a games context. And I mean, it starts off just like dumb, silly and dumb, right? But I think the one that I'm actually, I think there's something there is like the finale, which is like the 4th episode. So you can just tune for that if you want. But yeah, otherwise, just wanted to update you guys on the film and the game projects, and yeah, it's happening. It's still happening. I just can't say much about it, but I wish I could. And there's a lot to say about it one day, and it's a good thing so far. So yeah, fingers crossed. All right, take care, you guys, and yeah, see you guys around. Bye.